What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to take a look at a knife from SRM, the 9211. This knife has been out for a while. It's not necessarily a new knife, but I decided I'm going to take a look at it, even though originally I kind of passed on it for it being kind of a mellow Tanto, but I decided to take a look at it because we're seeing a little bit of a change with budget-friendly knives. We are getting a little bit more away from the assisted locking mechanisms, and that excites me. Like I said, this is about a year old. A lot of people gave it a good review when it came out. I've already taken a sneak peek and I'm slightly disappointed, but let's see what we can actually do, see what it actually looks like. But we are seeing a lot of changes with Civivi now coming out with Cut, a very real budget friendly knife line, which is a lot like this. This is a $20 knife. So we are starting to see, and there's a couple other companies that are also experimenting with that under $50, $20 knife pricing. So it's exciting to see that we're getting away from the assisted locks and getting into the way knives should be, in my opinion. If they're going to be assisted, then make them automatic and let's just call it a day. We don't need everything to be assisted because you can't do precise machining. So either way it goes, let's take a look at this knife. Here's the basic packaging, basic information over here. Down out of there. Nifty little bag. And here we go. So we have G10 FDE. Got some liners, and they are milled out for lighting. Get your back spacer with your lanyard. We have a semi-deep carry pocket clip with flush screws. That is very nice. So the issue that I have is the bar lock is kind of a little bit jammy. It's very little rough on its movements. Not very smooth. So. And I had to loosen the pivot on it because it's very, very stiff on its closing. As you can see, it really, when you pull on that bar lock, it really should be very much swaying. It is only on washers, it's not on bearings, but still, even with washers, the right machining, she should still just pretty much drop. But detent is very good. The closing detent is very good. You can see snaps close. There's no detent lash at all. But you can snap it open, which, I kind of like that too. It's not super easy. It takes a little bit, and I think this knife will break in. So, and like I said, because I had to loosen the pivot, there's a little movement in it now. But with it being a bar lock, that doesn't really matter. It's not like it's going to come unlocked or anything like that. If it was a liner lock, that would be a much more critical aspect. That's the nice thing about the bar lock, is it allows these companies a little bit of freedom of movement, so to speak. So their tolerances can still be a little off, and they can still get away from it. So the blade steel is 8CR13 MOV. It's nothing super impressive, but again, it's a $19 knife. So I really am kind of impressed. That's why I wanted to just get this in on the channel, is because for what we have for, flush screws for the pocket clip, we got $50 knives that can't even do that. This is a new level that I think that we're going to start kind of seeing, and once these companies really perfect it. And part of this knife's problem is it could have been sitting on the shelf for 6 months too, because this knife has been out for a year, and a lot of guys, when they were reviewing it, gave them pretty good reviews from what I've seen. So, but I think this is what we're going to see a lot more of Civivi with their new brand Cut coming out. I'm very excited to see what they do for their budget knives and stuff like that. So I am going to carry this. We'll see how it breaks in. It's got a very cool kind of Persian Tanto aspect going on with it, and halfway decent blade material and G10, and it's a light knife for $20. I mean, you know, it's not the best option in the world, but I like where we're going. We're getting away from the assisted, and I can't stand assisted knives. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day, guys.